lay of the land is we'll go through Khaki Village, down along the side of this airstrip, and then we'll go straight down the side. It's probably the most precarious down that we've done, and then it's a really long up to Ophogee, really long. And then we'll walk through Ophogee to the base of ridge that goes up to Mission Ridge. And then that's probably the hardest short. If anyone's got the heart monitor on and you're going to go for it, that's the bit you'll get your heart rate up. It's really steep and it's out in the sun, it's very hot there, so very uncomfortable.
We were all feeling really good and ready to go, but we were going to leave half the group behind to continue the work on the eco toilet, which we started the day before.
What is your profession?
Yeah, we've got 5 of us going to stay behind and finish what we can with the toilet. We're going to get the floor down, we're going to get the wall started, and even hopefully get the roof on. But we've only got till about lunchtime, otherwise we won't make Brigade Hill. So we'll get as much done as we can. We'll take a few photos and we'll power on and meet the rest of the group up there.
The track out of Khaki starts out high and you have views over the whole mountain range, but you quickly descend into the valley. That descent plays havoc with your body, especially on your knees.
And for a guy that just loves bushwalking and normally doesn't have a problem, it is a real struggle. So I just feel for guys that were actually wounded in battle, or anyone here injured is just in a mile of bloody trouble. But these guys here, they're just fantastic.
That was pretty good. We've dropped 400 metres in about 50 minutes, so it was a heck of a drop. I reckon that's about a 70-degree inclination. That was pretty tough, but good. It was great. It was exhilarating. Walking down a little creek as we wandered down through the rubble, it was brilliant. Then we had the wonderful river crossing just there. It was fantastic. So this is what it's all about. Loving it, loving it.
When you're descending out of Khaki and you get down to the river crossing, it's like a flashback to descending out of Lola. You get to the bottom, there's a 3-meter crossing, and you're straight back into coming back up the other side.
A bit of a grind, but yeah, going well, just one foot in front of the other.
One of the amazing things was coming out from under the cover of the trees and being exposed to the heat that was there. It's not just the trekkers that are exposed to some of the risks on Kokoda. This was a porter that we had come across who had slipped in the mud.
While walking up this way, it was slippery. He was one of the scouts from our first group, the group that left, and then he was running, and then the ground was slippery, so he fell off and bagged his knee.
After getting the porter back to his crew where he could get some medical attention, we had the opportunity to enjoy some of the offerings of Ophogee too.
And the locals have put on plates of sweet potato and yarrow root, I think it is. And it's really nice, and they've got like pineapple fritters as well, so we're certainly getting well fed.
After a good feed, it was time to move on to Ophogee proper, and more importantly, to allow some of the other porters to get their injured into a hut near the airport where he could be picked up and flown back to Port Moresby.
That is so good! That is so good! Mate, it's been very hot and bothered. I think I've drank about 4 or 5 litres of Gatorade so far, and we are at 11:30. It's been pretty draining, sort of coming up those inclines. But look at this. Doesn't get any better than this.
Mate, without a doubt, Kokoda track's the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life. If you ever meet anybody who's done it, bow your head in front of them and say that person is a legend.
It's so hot today.
Going well.
No matter how you look at it, coming into Brigade Hill is awe-inspiring. You have a last 100-meter climb to the top, and then you're surrounded by views that are really only outshadowed by the history of the place.
I think that was a pretty tough climb, but I think we've broken the back of this. I think we've under 40 kilometres now. So you'd have to say that finishing day 5, or the walking part of day 5, and 5 out of 8, we're all going pretty well.
We had a very steep incline up to Afogie 1. In the middle there was a beautiful stream in which we could get some refreshing, just a refreshing change from the heat. This is probably the most effective we've been by heat today, as we were walking out in the open sun, just needing a lot of liquid to keep us going. But we all got through. You know, we're all getting through okay.
People were looking and feeling good. They were excited, so much so that even when it started to rain, it simply added another dimension to the day and everybody just enjoyed it.
Together with the whole team that contributed yesterday in helping us get the site ready, and the boys here, we got the structure up. It looks great. Everything's ready just for the toilet to go in. The village will line it. We've had an awesome walk. We've had some fantastic downhills, some pretty tough uphills. Yeah. We've had some beautiful creeks where we've been able to cool off. And it's just been one of the greatest days ever.